What you'll see are a lot of red hats. These are, of course, the Make America Great Again hats that Donald Trump was selling on the campaign trail and that he made popular by wearing himself.
All right, so there's
they are very popular here in Washington, D.C. right now.
The contrast with what's going on outside and inside. Inside, we're seeing the Senate Minority Leader, Charles Schumer of New York, the House Minority Leader, Nancy Pelosi of California, walking ahead of the outgoing President and Vice President of the United States. And it'll be interesting to hear the applause meter, if you will, when they come out in just a few seconds now, Philip.
Yeah, don't make too much, I would say, of the amounts of applause. For example, when First Lady Michelle Obama walked out, she got a lot of applause from the people to her left and to her right. Those are the members of Congress, those are the senators who, despite opposing maybe her husband's policies, have admired her as a First Lady. The crowd is a very different matter. They won't necessarily applaud First Lady Michelle Obama. This is a crowd of Republicans, largely, and of Donald Trump supporters, a lot of them very fervent Donald Trump supporters, because this is not the population of Washington, D.C. These are a lot of people who've come from a long way away to see this inauguration of Donald Trump.
Let's take a listen then right now.
On the screen, guys.
Back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, the Honorable Barack H. Obama, and the Vice President Joseph R. Biden, escorted by Senate Democratic Secretary Gary Myrick, Senate Democratic Leader and Rules Committee Ranking Member Charles E. Schumer, and House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi.
As we watch these images live from Washington, it's 11:25 a.m. We're minutes away from the inauguration of the 45th President of the United States. Here on France 24, we're looking at the outgoing President, Barack Obama. Your reaction, Rokia Diallo, as you see him go out on stage for the last time as president?
It reminds the true former times when he went on stage and when the mall was really packed, because the first time was obviously filled with hope. Many people expected many things from him, and seeing him 8 years later with a country very divided, with many issues that haven't been solved, it makes me quite maybe disappointed, and because we couldn't imagine that having had such a president coming with carrying so much hope would be followed by someone who has been elected on making very offensive statements, targeting minorities in the population or women with very offensive statements. So it makes me quite I think that people will really regret him and think about him in a very nostalgic way once he will leave the office.